Hello YouTube, iFixItAll here, Team iFixItAll. I literally found this, hey, this is a carpet scrubber. Okay? This is an Electrolux carpet scrubber, model B8. Well, I didn't want the cord to come off, but I guess it's going to do so on its own. I literally was in the woods looking for our old cat, TS, which died here recently. He likes to go in the woods and chill out. 18 and a half years old. And I saw a baby blue thing sticking up out of the ground. And I saw this cord and other parts, which are right here. The handle that mounts to that thing like that. And I started to walk over to take a look at it, and I noticed, wait a minute, this is a carpet scrubber. Carpet scrubber, complete with brushes. So, and this was in the woods. That piece right there was, I'll show you how it was positioned. It was like that. Submerged in earth. The handle was not to be seen. And the cord, part of it was showing, and I just pulled and pulled. Like somebody just threw it over the bank. I thought, wow, huh. And I started wiping it off a little bit, and I thought, well, I wonder if this thing will even work. Well, I've got it all cleaned up, and I've powered it up, and it actually does work. It has a belt drive on it. But the problem is, I want to put it back to work again, because I've taken it all apart already. I will show you that in part 2 of this. The Electrolux Carpet Scrubber model Bravo 8 B8. But it had its brushes on it. And there's 3 of them. But this one is just serving another purpose because there's a particular viewer that needs to see. I'll get all 3. He'll be like, "Arr, but Dad, I wanted to see all 3 of them." Well, I gave it away now. My son is going to help me out working on something here. All right. So there we go. So what's going on here is these brushes can be found, but they're like $200 a set. And they have, they're made out of, the wood backers are like, the wooden piece isn't like a solid block of wood. It's like the sawdust wood with glue, you know, high pressure particle wood, sawdust wood. But it has technology involved in it where if you look down in the hole, there is a metal retainer clip that spreads out. These 2 little wire things will scoot to the side and then snap closed again because they wrap around these little, they clip into that little slot right there. And since they have that little triangle, little tabs here, that mates up to this plus sign, not triangle, it's got four tabs that line up to these 4 cutouts here. And that's how they stay in place. For the longest time, I couldn't figure out how to get these off of here until I discovered you have to pry up on like the 9 o'clock and 3 o'clock at the same time, and they pop right off. You just can't grab them and pull them off. I mean, you might be able to, but yeah. So I took this all apart. There's a gearbox in there. There's an electric motor in there. The gearbox I re-greased. It has a circuit breaker, which actually works. I've tripped it and tested. It's the way you turn it off and on is by tilting the handle back, because there's a switch here with a micro switch inside, lever acted micro switch, that when the handle gets pulled back, it engages power to the motor, drives the gearbox. Gearbox drives a belt on the inside of this part, which drives those 3 knobs in unison, because there's a belt. This is the main driver guy here that's attached to the gearbox. In behind this metal plate, there's a belt that wraps around and drives all 3 of these around, and then in turn drives all 3 brushes. Well, my son is going to make me backboards, 5-inch diameter, 5/8 inch thick, and then I'm going to have to transfer this technology to the new backboards he makes. Basically, he's going to make new blocks for me, and I just need blocks. And what I'll do is I'll mount these metal parts, this plate which is riveted on, and this clip system, to the new backboards. Now imagine this, there's 3 backboards here that are bare with no brushes, but I've transferred the tech on these old original brushes to the new boards he's making, these 5-inch diameter, 5/8 inch thick wheels. And now I can integrate modern day, cheaper, more readily available brushes. This happens to be just a drill brush. But what I'll do is I'll heat this up, extract that hexagon piece, flush cut this little standoff section here, and then I can mount this brush to his backboard that he's giving me with parts that I'm going to mount this, secure it to his backboard, and now I've got 3 brushes on the bottom of this, and I can put this guy to work again. So we shall see how it goes. I will be assembling that sooner than later. See ya.